2020. And for this semester, I'm going to teach you digital economy. What I said. Okay, yeah, forget my workplace. Now I'm working at as a senior researcher at the Digital Startup Center. Some of you may have seen the building in front of FTB Bank inside OUP campus. That Digital Startup Center. I am working over there. Yep, that's all for myself. If you have any question, you can ask me, and if not, I would like each of you to introduce yourself one by one so that I can know you well. You just tell me your name, whether you are studying in another subject or you are working, and I think that's it. Okay, 4.4. Let me. Okay, can I call your name and then you can introduce yourself? Okay, maybe start from Sayna.
Yes. Hello, lecturer. Can you hear me well?
Yes.
Hello, lecturer. My name is Senet, and currently I'm taking two major. One is DS, and another one is media management. So yes,
Management is in DMC, you mean?
yes, lecturer, DMC.
And Kivari here.
Yes,
Yep.
good evening, lecturer. So my name is Vare, and currently I'm pursuing two degrees, which is IE at IFL, and another one is at ChemEd Institute.
Okay, cool. Come at. How about Udang?
Hello, Chair. Sorry, I forget to unmute myself.
Yeah,
So
that's fine.
my name is Santo Nam, Chair. I took two major, one at Cameron and one at the.
What to read? I miss. What to read? Are you here?
Yes, lecturer.
Okay.
Um, so my name is William Smith, and currently I am doing two major medical and BAS.
Medical student. Last year I have also one medical student. Okay. Vishal.
Yes, lecturer. My name also Wisal, and I'm taking only one degree, which is BAS.
But so meaning that you are free during daytime, or
Oh,
you working?
I'm working. I'm working at a public at a bank.
Okay, cool. So you may know clearly about digital economy, like financial
Not
technology,
really.
right?
Not
Cool.
really, lecturer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, how about money?
Um, Good evening. Yes, my name is Mani, and right now I pursue only one degree, which is IE, and I'm also working in a private company as well.
So what?
Yes, teacher. So my name is Sovat, and I'm already graduated with law degree in National Relation and Bachelor of Education at IFL, and currently I'm pursuing International Economic as a certificate course.
So what? You plan to find another job? The job or no?
Currently I'm an intern already at CDI, teacher.
Oh, cool. As the researcher or
This is
what?
an intern in the
Research.
education center.
Okay. How long will it take you to finish that?
Around like 3 months left, teacher.
Okay, see, the reason that I asked because now we are looking for how can I say policy researcher for
I
two
see, teacher.
positions. Yep, but up until now we cannot find. But it takes you like 3 months, so yeah, it's a bit. But
Yes,
anyway,
teacher.
if you finish the intern at CDI and if you would like to find another place besides CDI, you can approach me in case there's job opportunity that I can, ask you to apply for. Last
Yes,
year student, she got a job at the Startup Center as the project coordinator. Just she started working at the beginning of this month. It's good.
yes,
Okay.
I also see that.
Yep. You can also see that, right? Yeah. Cool. Okay. Darlene.
Good evening, lecturer. I am Darlene, and currently I only pursue one degree, which is IE, and I'm also now working at the private sector. Thank you.
Okay, Panyawal, you here? If not, Dane. Dane. So Dane and Panyawal is not here, right?
Teacher, I'm Panyaron.
Okay, please start.
Yeah. My name is Lam Panyaron, and now I only pursue one degree with IE. That's all from me, teacher.
You are working?
Not yet, teacher, but we'll work at ministry.
Okay, cool. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you, teacher.
Dane. Okay, Dane is not here yet. Tony. Tony. Tony is not here. Suchita. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Tony.
I thought we at the first, but we go to rotary.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes.
No, I thought you asked me to introduce yourself, and when I'm talking, you just call the name.
Okay. Suchita. Suchita, you here? Let me see. So Suchita is not here. Li Ho?
Yes. So, good evening, lecturer, and good evening, everyone. So, my name is Lee Ho. I have graduated with a bachelor degree of IO, and now I'm studying for IE4 certificate as a certificate course. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Now you are where are you working? Or you?
I'm currently learning, so I'm currently intern in a NGOs. Yes.
Sinh Hát?
Yeah. So, I'm go next. My name is and I only degree international.
Sinh Hát, I cannot hear you well. Maybe because of my internet. Can you repeat, please?
Yes, sir. And good evening, lecture. So my name is Singh Ha, and now and currently I only do one degree, which is international economic.
So meaning you are free in daytime?
No, current I got employed. No, I work in financial institution. Yeah.
Okay,
Bank.
cool. Bank. So you have two students working at bank. Cool. Yes. Negon? Negon?
Yes, teacher. Good evening, teacher. My name is Leo. I have two degrees as well. The first one is business administration, and another one is IE here. And currently, I am working at one private company, teacher.
Mơ có. Mơ có.
Yes, good. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So, good evening, lecturer. My name is Numarakot, and I'm from Phnom Penh, and currently I only take one major in IE. That's it.
Only one course, right? Only one subject.
Yes, sir, one
for
course.
the time you're working?
Yeah, I work in a commercial bank.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Okay, Dalia. Dalia, can you hear me? Dalia. Charlie here.
So good evening. My name is Lee Hieng, and I'm doing only one degree here. And currently, I'm also working full time as well. Yes.
In the bank, private sector, or NGO, or whatever.
I'm working at the bank, local bank.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Chiu Meng?
Yes, teacher. So good evening, teacher. My name is Chiu Mei, and I'm doing only one degree in IE, and I'm also a full-time working. I'm also working full-time also, teacher.
Private sector, right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Certificate of you. Pum Vichet? Okay, it's not there. Say Pech. Pech. Okay, Pech is not here. Samnang?
Yes, I'm
here,
here,
okay.
teacher.
Okay.
Yes. Good evening, everyone, and teacher. My name is Lisa, and I only do international economy one course only. Yes, that's it, teacher.
You are working, right?
Just finished my internship at an NGO, teacher.
Now, okay. Samnang?
Yes, hello, teacher and everyone. I'm Samnang, and currently I'm working and studying at the same time, and I'm working at bank sector.
What you mean?
Good evening, lecturer. My name is Min. I'm only pursue one degree, which is IE, and I'm working at a private company. Thank you.
Kwon? Kwon? Is I pronounce your name right? Kwon?
Yes. Yes. Hello, teacher and everyone. Yes, my name is Quang, and currently I'm take 2 degree. One is IE, and another one is chemical.
Chemical?
Yes.
In ITC or where?
Yes, chemical engineering at ITC.
Oh, cool. Okay. Did I Kanika? Did I Kanika?
My name's Kamta, teacher. Hello everyone. Hi, I'm Kamta, and I'm currently pursuing 2 degrees.
3 degrees? 3 or 2? Hello, Kanika?
Yes.
So you pursue 3 degrees. Wow. Okay, go ahead.
Banking and finance and IE. That's it.
And another one is?
And IE.
Okay. That's okay. Okay. Sun Hua.
Good evening, teacher. And my name is Xian Sun Ho, and currently I'm doing 2 degrees. One is DS, and another one is the banking and finance at CAMET.
Ita.
Good evening, lecturer. I only do one major and I work full time at private company.
Okay. Cô số một tí. Tí, số một tí right? Cô số một tí. Tí, are you here? Okay, no. Lên án.
Good evening, Chair. Currently I'm only do one degree, which is IE, and also working at one private company as well.
Thida.
Good evening, lecturer. So I am Thida, and currently I'm pursuing 2 degrees. My other degree is media management. Thank you, like.
MBA. Oh no, sorry. BMC. So Kumho still exchange at to the US, right? Anyone know that?
Yes, sure. He's still in the US.
You know when will he come back?
I'm not sure, but mostly around 4 to 5 months, and he just went to the US last month.
Okay, cool. So I didn't know Kumho when. Okay. One minute. No. Chanthaniet.
Good evening, lecturers and everyone. My name is Niet. Currently, I'm doing 2 majors. One is IE and another one is accounting and finance.
Satikon, you here?
Yes, Chair. Good evening, Chair. And my name is Satikon, and I'm only pursue one degree, which is IEs, and at that time still unemployed. Yes.
Okay. Did you? Okay, sir. Okay. Satikon, before you studied DAS, did you study other major, graduated from another major?
No, Chair. No, only this degrees.
Only DAS.
Yes, Chair.
Listen up, because if you guys would like to take, I don't know whether, but it's gonna have one finish a bachelor degree yet. That's the point. If you finish one, it's easy for me to ask you to do internship at my workplace so that you will gain some experience with that. Okay, so good. Okay, Lisa.
Good evening, lecturer, and good evening, everyone. My name is Visa. Currently, I'm only taking one major here, which is IE, and I'm also unemployed.
Don't say you are unemployed.
Actually, I just finished internship in a bank.
Internship in the bank. That's cool. How boss? Okay. Satya Niet.
Good evening, Black. My name is Satya Niet, and I'm currently pursuing 2 degrees, both at IFL.
Okay. Senasa.
Good evening, lecturer. I'm currently pursuing one degree, and
I'm also working full time at commercial bank. Thank you.
David.
Good evening, teacher. My name is Davin, and I'm only taking IE at the moment. Yeah.
Okay, how about daytime? Did you have internship or just free for the time being?
For daytime, I'm doing an internship at a research institution. Yeah.
Internship. Okay. Where? Which?
At CDRI.
Oh, so there's two doing CD. Okay, got it. David, when will you finish your internship?
I will finish around May.
Same, both of you. Okay. Okay, I will go back to some name that. Okay. Dane, you here?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, good evening, everyone, and good evening, lecturer. My name is Dane, and currently I pursue only one degree, which is IE, and I also working in one local bank.
Tony?
That's it, lecturer. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Dane. Tony? Tony? Okay, no. Suchita? Lee Suchita?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Good evening, teacher. My name is Lee Suchita. Currently, I only take one degree, which is IE, and I also working at.
Suchita, can you hear me?
Hello, teacher. Hear me?
Yep, I just hear you are working at where?
A private company.
Okay. And okay. Dalia?
Yes, lecturer. So currently only pursuing one degree, and I'm also working at one of our local bank during daytime. Yes, that's it.
Richard, are you here? Okay, Richard is not here. Okay. Okay. Somatay? Saying was Somatay? Not here? Okay. Mani? Swai Mani? Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 absent today. Okay. Okay, now after introducing yourself, let me talk a little bit about our class schedule. Normally you guys coming back from work first to study, or you stay at office to study? Because now we are studying online.
Study from home here.
Or from home. So you think we start class at 5:45, you can manage it, or you want to wait until 6 to start the class? Which one is easier for you? Because I don't want you just to come back from work and then sit down and study, because I need make like 10 minutes or 5 minutes to settle down.
For me, because my workplace is so far from my house.
Nihon, I cannot hear you better.
Excuse me, teacher. For me personally, I prefer 6 p.m. because my workplace is so far from my house.
Okay. So let us vote. Okay. If you guys would like to start class at 6, please raise your hand. Okay.
Teacher, may you repeat the question once more?
I just would like to ask if you would like to start the class at 6, please raise your hand so that I can know. Okay. 21. Okay, now, okay, so I will follow you guys. We start the class at 6 so that you will not come late. And please E4.4 or E4.4 start class at 6. You would like to have the break at like 15 minutes between each session, or you would like to go straight? Okay, if there's no answer, okay,
15-minute break, teacher.
you need break. 15 minutes is okay for you to just grab some food?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's
good. Okay. Okay, so as a rule of thumb, if you come later than 6, please, I mean, if you know in advance that you are going to be late, you can text me via Telegram in my in the private message. Or if you would like to ask for the day off, you can also text me via private message. That's fine, okay? It's easier.
Yes, thank you, teacher.
Okay, good. Okay, so we start the class at 6, where at 7, from 7 to 7:15. Okay, yeah, what else? Okay, since I know that you guys study online, and somehow because you study online, so some of you may not pay attention when I talk, when I teach during the lecture. You may playing game or YouTube or whatever. Just some of you, not all. I feel positive for all IFR students because I graduated from IFR as well. So the rule of thumb, every week I would like to ask 2 groups to do the presentation. I will divide the group into 6 groups. So 1 week, 2 groups will do the presentation for the reading material that I give you. 1 week in advance, you need to make the slide presentation. The slide presentation not need to be that fancy, just simple one, just consistent, have the title, the text, and the page and the slide number. And at least 2 or 3 members of the group should do the presentation. The reason that I do so because if I don't ask you to do the presentation for each session, you guys will not get the text. I believe so. And as since this is the last year of your academic life, if some of you don't want to pursue more, I think it's a good time for you to read more. So I will give the text for you and ask 2 groups to do the presentation every week. Start from 6, and 1 group presentation should last from 20 to 30 minutes. And then in the second session, after the break, I will go back again, clarify or presenting what your classmate have presented, so that it will give you more time to somehow to, okay, say, to get more in-depth understanding. You understand? Or anything you want to ask?
Teacher, for group presentation, you do by yourself, or you let class monitor to do for you?
I think it's better. Last year I did it by myself, but some of you may, some of them feel that some they cannot work along with. So this time I would like you to divide the group by yourself, because you know among the 36 students, 36 classmates, I believe some you have some chemical to work with, some you don't have any chemical to work with. So you guys want to choose the group by yourself, isn't it? David?
So like I will consolidate the group and then send to you later.
Okay.
After we combine it.
Good, good.
Yes.
Dalia, can you do? Your name is Dalia or Dalia?
Dalia.
But you put Dalia. Okay. Dalia. Okay. Okay. Whatever. Dalia, can you finish the group by tomorrow? I mean, because
okay.
The first group and the second group need to do the presentation, so it's fair for them to have time to prepare. Okay, good for it. So 2 group for 1 week. So yeah, you can take enough time. I mean, by the end of the course, at least you have somehow with some text, you do the presentation. At least you have quite idea what you have learned. And for the we will have, let me share the screen first. Sorry.
Teacher, how many group and how many people?
So set scope, how many students we have now? 36, right? Or 30? How many group? How many students?
We have 37.
37. So one group may have one more member. You can 37 divided by 6. So one group have 6 member. And during one presentation, you can. I will not. Please do it. The presentation should be from 2 to 3 because the whole group can do the presentation together. I don't want only 2 or 1 member to do it because if so, only the presenter will read the text. You get what I mean? I would like all of you to read so that you can know. I don't want you to place a difficulty or burden to anyone. Just okay, this one open, right? I cannot see it. Let again, please. Okay. Here, okay. Okay. Can you see? Okay, can you see it now? I have shared the screen. Okay. Assuming that you see it. Okay. So this week, this session, I will introduce you to for industry revolution, or we call it IO, and also the introduction to digital economy. Next week, Group 1 and Group 2 will present the impact of IO 4.0 to economy and business, only 2 parts. And I will send you the reading material by both with Telegram and Microsoft Teams for your convenience. And also at the same time, I will tell you the page number as well. So this is week number 2. Week number 3, we will study about impact of Industry Revolution 4.0 to national and global society and individual. Sim 3 is about the recent trend of digital economy. Sim 2, okay, Sim 2, sorry. Sim 3 it will be about the value of digital economy. Sim 6 will be Sim 4 will be measuring digital economy. Sim 5 will be assessing the scope of value creation in digital economy. Sim 6 it will be about extending access to digital economy to countryside and developing regions. And for the midterm test, I will give you the test for writing test only to each of you. So maybe I give you 2 weeks to finish it. I will give you a set like 2 or 3 questions. So you need to write it and then send it back to me individually. After that, Sim 7, we will have digital economy, global value chains, or we call in short GVCs, and small and medium enterprise or SME. Sim 8 will study about supply chain 4.0 and its potential impact on global value chains. And you will have another scope assignment. I will give you also the group assignment for each of you to work. And Sim 9 is global value chain employment in developing country. And Sim 10 is financial technology or fintech. And as some of you here study in the bank, so you guys may have more knowledge than me for fintech or techfin or decentralized finance. And you have for the group assignment, you will also have a group presentation at the same time, meaning that after you do the group assignment, you will also prepare the presentation to present to me. Okay, for quiz, homework, and class participation, you will automatically get 15 from your weekly presentation. So you will get full 15%. Group assignment, group presentation, you will get 15, and midterm you will get 15, and final exam you get 40%. And last year, before the final exam, I have given the answer, not the answer. I have given you to my former student the questions in advance. So all of them, I think, minimally they get like 70 out of 100 for the final exam. But however, there's one student failed. She failed not because she failed in the final exam, failed because she didn't do her group assignment and group presentation, which are accounting for 30%. So for this class, you relax because it's a new course, and also it's something very new for some of you. So I would like you to at least get some insight and understanding, and also because it is the year 4, I believe some of you may want to pursue master in other countries,
Excuse me,
meaning
teacher.
that you did a high grade, right? So
Uh,
I will not mean for the score, as long as at least you saw me some attempt that some effort that you have studied. That's it. Anyone have any question, please?
teacher, we can see.
David, I cannot hear you. You can say
Like
something.
we cannot see your
You cannot
screen.
see. Really?
I mean, you did share the screen, but we cannot see the course syllabus.
Wait. What the fun? Okay. Can you hear? Can you see it now? No?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Let me repeat it again. Okay. Today's session we study introduction for industry revolution and digital economy. Next week, your classmate, two group of your classmate will present impact of industry revolution 4.0 on economy and business, and also after that presentation, I also give the same presentation so that to explain you more. And then another week is about the national and global society individuals impact of industry IR 4.0. And Sim 2 is about the recent of digital economy. In this, I think your class will get one guest lecture from a PhD candidate student at Korea. She will present about the big data, so that you can somehow have some idea what's that. Sim 3 will be about value of digital economy. How what the driver of value creation digital economy, the framework of assessing the value in digital economy. Sim 4, you will study measuring digital economy. Sim 5, assessing the scope of value creation. Sim 6, extending access to digital economy to rural and developing regions. And midterm test, I have mentioned already. I will give you the in each of you the writing assignment for 2 weeks. Sim 7 is about digital economy and global value chains and SME. Sim 8 it will be about understanding global supply chain 4.0 and its potential impact on global value chain. Group assignment, I will give you a set of questions so your group member can work together, and also after that you will do the group presentation as well. And Sim 9 will be about global value chain and employment in developing country, and Sim 10 will be financial technology or conferencing. So your class and another class we get each of the class we have 2 guest lecture provided by my colleague on those that have the skill in digital economy. And as I have mentioned before, for quiz and homework and class participation, all of you will get 15% full mark, because you guys will need to read and present, so I will count in our quizzes and homework and class participation. Group assignment and group presentation accounting for 30%. Midterm, I'm sure you will get it all, because it's not going to be like the test, it's going to be the writing test. You have plenty of time to write. And final exam is 40%, but because I believe we all study online, so the teaching may not be that so effective for you guys. So before the exam, I will give you the preparation question, and at the same time, I'll also tell you which lesson that you need to read in order to answer that questions. So that cool, you will pass and get a high score as long as you try. You understand? Get it?
Yes, lecture.
Okay, anyone want to ask any question or have any achievement or whatever, please rest. Okay, sometimes I may read, so I may talk so fast, so you guys need to stop me, okay? And tell me that lecturer you are so fast. Okay. As I said before, for if you know that you are going to be late or absent, you can text me. And it's not good if because in each session I'm going to ask most of you some questions, so it's not good if I ask and then I find out that you are absent. Because this is what we call we respect each other. So if you know you're going to be late or you need to leave early, you just send me a line, text on Telegram, or and on my private message in Telegram that you are going to leave early because you are busy this and that, and you are going to be late. Just that. Okay.
Teacher, how many minutes count as late?
Because we start the class at 6, right? I think you start already. If if you come like 6:05, 6 in 5 minutes, that's fine. But if you come at 6:30, you should tell me, right? I'm fine. I mean, I will not count your late like because in a physical class, if you let like 15 minutes, it will be counted after you're absent. But because we study online and some of you cannot work from home, you have to go to the office and then you have to back from the office, traffic jam, blah blah blah. So I understand that, but at the same time, you also need to tell me that we are going to be late like this. So it will not be like I call your name like 10 times in the class, but I cannot hear you say anything. You get what I mean? And if you have any, okay. If you have any question and you feel like shy to ask in the class, you can text me in Telegram privately. But please also mention what class you are from, so that is easier for me. And that's it. Take it easy. Okay, understand? Okay, if there's
Understand.
okay, good. Okay. So I forget one thing. It's about the reading material. Let me see. Keep it. Okay, this is, can you see that? Can you see what I highlight here?
We could not see, teacher.
You cannot see? Yeah, wait. Okay, I will say it again. What's wrong? Okay, can you see it now? Textbook and reading materials. I also sent that one inside the group, in the Microsoft team. So all the series book, I really that if you can read only this one, I mean not read only this one, I mean if you can read this one fully, the fourth industrial revolution, it is in sim 2 about the impact of the industrial revolution 4.0 on business, on individual, national, global. Because this book is a really well-known one, so it's very good if you can read it, or whether it's for fun or for whatever. It's good for you guys, especially for those working in the bank and financial institutions. Okay, that's all for that one. What else should I talk? Let me check. Great, that's done. Class good. Okay, did I tell you that one group presentation should last from 20 to 30 minutes?
You told.
Okay, good. Okay, any question for group presentation? Okay.
Teacher.
Yes.
So regarding the number of presenters, as we now have 6 groups in total, so is it possible for us to present all together or only?
I mean that's fine for you. I mean from 2 to 6 members, but not only one. You get what I mean? Because if one group only have one presenter, meaning that only that presenter will get, the rest will not. But if you guys can get together, make a slide and present all together, that's perfect. Meaning that you guys read, I mean, have reading and work together. But for example, if you with 6 members, like some of you may not be free to read that article for this week. Maybe another 3 of you can work on the article and do the presentation, and another 3 members can wait another round in order to do the presentation. It's all up to you to arrange that. because
Okay, got it. Like, thank you.
yep. The reason that I ask you to present yourself one by one because I would like to know whether some of you member work and also study two major. Even some of you said that you are employed. Actually, you are not unemployed. You may need or have other tasks to complete, so I don't want to put more pressure on you. That's the reason why you study at evening class. That's fine. Okay, any more questions?
Teacher,
round of
regarding the
Yes.
sorry. So you mentioned another round of presentation. What do you mean by that?
David, I cannot hear you well. I'm not sure because of my side or your side.
You have mentioned that if have 6 members and the 3 does they do and the other 3 don't, the other 3 will do another round of presentation. You said.
David, I cannot hear you well, but maybe you ask about one group that have 6 members. 3 we do presentation, another 3 can wait for another round. Isn't it?
Yeah, yes.
Just simple like that. Like, for example, group number ABC might be busy this week, so they cannot have you read and do the presentation. So CDF, Mr. A, Mr. E, DEF can do the presentation, read and do presentation. So when in the next week, I mean next 2 weeks, your group number 1 will do it again. So another 3 members who haven't done in this time can do that. I mean, it's all up to you to arrange. I would like to share the workload inside the group. I mean, equally.
On the same topic,
Because,
right?
yep, David.
The 3 who are not be able to do presentation will do. You said we'll do next week on the same topic. Am I right?
No, different topic, because like I have can you see the slide? What I said? So for example, sim 1 next week, group number 1 and number 2, right? So number 1, number 2, another week, sim 1, number 3, number 4, sim 2, number 5, number 6, and sim 3, while you in digital economy here, it will be group number 1 again, right? So those who cannot do the presentation in sim 1, the 3 member need to do the presentation for this one. You get it? So every week you guys need to read different kinds of article.
Got it, teacher.
Sure, we cannot see the slide, only a blank.
Really wet. Sometimes it happens. I don't know why. Can you see it now?
Yeah, sure. So can you re-explain again as we cannot catch
Just
on?
like for example, group number 1, we need to do sim 1, right? But 6 member in group number 1, 3 member in the group number 1 cannot do it this week. In the next I mean the later weeks when the third group number 1 we do, another 3 member we need to do the new topic. You get it? You are not going to present the same topic again. Understand? Trong anh thấy chưa? Trong này ឧទាហរណ៍ថាgroup number 1 ក្នុងចំណោម6នាក់ហ្នឹង group number 1របស់យើងហ្នឹងមាន3នាក់ដែលគាត់អត់ទៅpresent អាហ្នឹងមិនចឹងអញ្ចឹង group អញ្ចឹង 3នាក់នៅក្នុង group number 1ហ្នឹងនឹង present sim 1 បន្ទាប់មក group ក្រោយទៀតនៅពេលដែលមកដល់ turn group number 1ដដែល3 member ដែលនៅក្នុង group number 1ដែលបាន present លើកមុនហ្នឹងនឹង present new material therefore ទៅលើ group number 1ហ្នឹងយល់អត់ជាង get it
បើសិន group ឧទាហរណ៍ group 1 present ហើយទាំងអស់គ្នាចាំមកដល់ turn group 1 មាន material ថ្មីទៅធ្វើ presentation
ចា Yep
okay
yes that's fine so let me count so there's you have 6 group right 1 group 2 1 2 1 Okay, you guys may need to present only 3 times, but in the previous class, they all need to present, every group need to present, but for this semester, I would like to somehow not that strict, so that only 2 groups to present, and I will take care of the rest of the session. You understand? Okay, understand? Davin, you understand?
Understood, teacher.
Okay, good. So, Dalia, may I request you to arrange the group accordingly, and class, all the classmates, please, if you prefer to be in each group, I mean, please take Dalia, so it will be easier for her to arrange the group. Thank you in advance, Dalia, for your help.
Yes.
Okay, now 9:30. So can we take now? Is that 6:40? Can we come back at that's 7 before I start the session, another session?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Have a nice dinner. Okay, let's meet at 7. Thank you. Welcome back all. Are you here now? Hello?
Hello, teacher.
Yeah, like that.
Yep. Thank you. Okay. Now I would like to present about introduction to Industrial Revolution 4.0. Okay. Can you see my screen now? Hello? Hello,
Yes,
can you
lecturer.
see it? Okay, good. Okay, but let me show. Okay, now I would like to present the introduction to Industrial Revolution, or we call it simply IR 4.0. This is the contents of my lecture today. We will start with timeline of Industrial Revolution. What is Industrial Revolution 4.0? More about Industrial 4.0 and pillar in Industrial Revolution 4.0 or IR 4.0. Okay, now let me introduce about the timeline of Industrial Revolution or IR. So far up until now, we are there are 4 industrial revolutions. Industrial revolution 1.0 start in span from or start about 1760 to around 1940. It happened because of the construction of railroad and the invention of the steam engine. Industrial Revolution 2.0 started in the late 19th and into the early 20th century. It happened because of investment of electricity and assembly line, which contribute to the mass production. IR 3.0 began in the 1960. It is usually called the computer or digital revolution because it was catalyzed by the development of mainframe computing, personal computing, and internet. Nowadays, we are in Industrial Revolution 4.0. Industrial Revolution 4.0 begin in the early 21st century. It is characterized by a much more pervasive mobile internet, by smaller and more powerful sensors that have become cheaper, and also by artificial intelligence and machine learning. So the fourth industrial revolution or IR 4.0 create the world in which the visual and physical system of manufacturing globally cooperate with each other in a flexible way. This is we call it Industry 4.0, and I will explain you in more detail about the Industry 4.0 in the later slide. Okay, now I will show you one video about Industry 4.0 so that you can study what is Industry 4.0. Can you see it? Can you see the video?
Yes.
Hello? Yep, okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Excuse me, like we cannot hear the sounds in the video.
Really? Okay, wait. Let me try again. Can you hear it now?
No, like
Yes.
we still cannot hear. I think can is it okay if you share the link to us?
Okay, sure. Wait. Okay, I will say it in. Okay, I will say it so you guys can watch it by yourself. Isn't it good? Okay, now let me move to. Or you would like to watch it now?
Watch it now, teacher.
Okay, wait, please. I will share you the link. Uh, Matt. Kita find here. Okay, guys, I found it now. I will post it in this one conversation, so you can watch it. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Yes.
around 3 minutes. So I will come back to you. So now you can watch it. I will come back like 7:11.
Thank you. Like
Okay, guys, did you finish it now? Hello? Yep. Did you finish watching the video about Industry 4.0?
For me, yes,
Um,
teacher.
Good. Okay, good. Okay. Daria, done?
yes, like I'm done.
Okay. Moni? Moni, maybe not yet. Okay. Who else? Darlene? Panyagon?
I'm still
Done,
watching.
teacher.
Okay, good. Who haven't done? Please raise your hand. Oh, you all have done it. Okay. Anyway, you can spend time watching it again. It's just like 3 minutes only. Now I would like to continue the presentation. Can you see my slide now? Yes.
Yes, Chair.
Yes,
Okay.
it's small.
Okay. Good. Okay. Okay. Now let's understand the definition and difference of IO 4.0 with the other IO. So what is IO 4.0? So IO 4.0 is defined as a new path in industrial revolution that focuses heavily on interconnectivity, automation, machine learning, and real-time data. And it is also the era that for the rise of digital industry technology. Why IO 4.0 are really well known, and I mean why everyone really appreciate IO 4.0. So IO 4.0 is not only about the smart and connected machine and system. Its scope is much wider, meaning that it connects to it breaks through areas from ranging from gene sequencing to nanotechnology, from renewable to quantum computing. Like in the past, like IO 4.3, we seem like it's only about manufacturing, but IO 4.0 is not like that. It's like not only manufacturing, it's also come to our daily life. That's what makes IO 4.0 special. And it's not only in one sector, I mean, like manufacturing or business, but it also go to in terms of medical science, in terms of chemical engineering or something like that. Okay, let's know more about OI. So actually, the cause of OI is still hotly debated. They are not very sure whether sorry, wait. So again, please sorry. So the causes behind the industrial revolution or IO are still hotly debated today, but it is believed that it is the result of the rise in capitalism, European imperialism, an increase in the world trade, and also of the global laissez-faire politics. In terms of the place that are taking place, actually it happened in different countries across the world, but it is began in England and eventually spread to the continental Europe and USA at different times in the 19th century. If we talk about the OI, the spread of OI is defined by three waves. The first wave is happened in Western Europe and USA, and the second wave happened in the Russia, Japan, and some other part of Eastern and Southern Europe, and the third wave is in the Pacific Rim, Turkey, India, Brazil, and other parts of Latin America. OI has happened. The first country that caused or happened that led to the industrial revolution, as you may have known, is in England. And why England is the first country that made industrial revolution? There's number of the reason why. The first reason is because England, it had huge deposit of coal and iron ore that at the time, that it's very essential for industrialization because they need energy, electricity in order to run the engines. Another reason was that England was politically stable. And as you may have known that England also the country that has colonized many countries in the world. So that because of their colonization, England could have harvest raw material from its colonized countries. And another reason is the weight. During that time, the industrial revolution is very high, and the energy is very cost. I mean, the energy like electricity is very cheaper because, as I have mentioned before, that they can take the coal and the oil from other countries. That's why it's why it make the chance that make England have develop fast in manufacturing as well as the other sectors. So that's made the reason that's are all the reasons that make England become the first country that caused industrial revolution. Any question for that part? Okay, if not, let me move to another one. I will try to play the video about the pillars in Industrial Revolution 4.0, and if you cannot hear, like a moment ago, please tell me. Can you hear it?
No,
No again? What's wrong
no
with that?
again.
Okay, I send you the link so you can watch it. In this video, it will describe the 9 pillars in Industrial Revolution. More or less, you can get some idea what is the 9 pillars. And then after that, I will present you one by one for that. Let me send you the link in the group. Sorry for the inconvenience. Oh, no, not this one. This one. Okay, where are the group? Can you see it? I sent twice. Hello?
Yes, teacher.
Yep, this video is like 7 minutes. So we will meet at 7:28. Right? Okay, 7:28. So you watch it and then you will somehow grasp the idea what is that 9 pillars about. Hello, guy, you finished? Hello?
Hello, like, can you hear us?
Did you finish watching the video?
Yes.
Yes, like.
Okay, how do you find out? Cool, right?
The letter is pretty fast.
Pretty fast? Why?
Like it just shows for like a second and it goes to another.
Yes. Actually, there's a long video, but I'm afraid that it will take you a long time to watch. If you would like to watch, you can just go easily go YouTube and then type what industry revolution or pillar and industry revolution, and then you can enjoy some video like 1 hour or something. But it will be too long and too boring for you guys to watch. Okay, thank you done for that. Okay, now I will share the slide again. So we go to that pillar one by one. Can you see it now? Okay. 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 There's 9 pillar in industrial revolution. The first pillar is big data analytics. The second one is autonomous robot. Third one is simulation. The fourth one is system integration. The fifth one is Internet of Things, or we all call IoT. The sixth one is cloud computing, or you may have known like Google Drive or OneDrive. Another one is 3D, or normally people know as 3D printing machine, but in another keyword we call it additive manufacturing. But if you go outside, mostly we talk about 3D printing machine, not additive manufacturing, because it sounds like, very hard to remember and understand. And the next one is augmented reality, and the last one is cyber security. I believe some of you may have somehow known about robot, big data, cloud computing, especially 3D printing. But I will just go one by one and explain you in detail by trying to take the example. And if my explanation is too fast or it's not that clear for you, you can ask again.
Hello, sir.
Yep.
Sir, I feel like it is additive manufacturing, not additive, sir.
Not additive? What do you mean not additive? Additive manufacturing is the name for 3D printing.
Yes, sir, but in the video they just put additive without the letter C, sir. Additive, not
Additive or additive? Maybe which one is wrong? Maybe my writing is wrong. Additive. Sorry for that. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so let me see again. Additive, or maybe I write it wrong. Okay, anyway, let's go to one by one and then I will find out more. So the first one is about big data and the analytics. If it's just like the name mentioned, big data. So big data here refers to the large volume of data, and normally this data are coming from different sources like social media or Google or other kinds of how can I say the internet that people use. So this is the big data. So big data normally can be used for a variety of things. Big data can be used for predict the weather. Big data can be used as for the knowing the preference of the customers. It's all the big, because big data. So big data analytics refer to the process of store and manage or examine the large volume of data from different sources, and it is systematically extract useful information from that. For example, big data is used to create the targeted online advertisement. Like if you notice your Facebook page, sometimes you go like only one time to one website that talk about, like, let's say cosmetic products, and then tomorrow or that 2 or more hours you will see another kind of ad coming from the same type of a brand, like how can I say another the same type of theme, like cosmetic product or skincare, something like that. This is because because Facebook have used big data analytics in order to know your preference. Okay, another one is autonomous robot. So autonomous robot, you may have known that about the robots, but before Industry 4.0, actually we have that robot, but it's not that pervasive. There's no pervasive use, as well as not that modern. So now autonomous robots are used, I mean, in the developed country, like in for Amazon, they use autonomous robot in order to manage or rearrange the warehouse, and also it also used in other countries as the logistic as well. If you have closely watch or see some video on Facebook or TikTok. Okay, for simulation, just the web simulation, like it just put you in like in the real, okay, so in one in another type of environment. For example, if you go to one country, like in Japan, in order to make people understand what it feels like to be in the earthquakes, like 6 point in the level 7 or 6.0, they will put you in the room with the big screen video, and then in that room you will feel like shaking in the level up to 6 or 7 magnitude of the earthquake. So this simulation, and simulation normally they can also use in the manufacturing in order to let some like people use the new machine, like they have one they have the device for them to practice using the new machinery, and that in that device they will tell you what to do, what not to do in the screen. So this is kind of another simulation. And if you study, I think you also study economic model, you know simulation, right? So simulation will some model will predict about the okay, so this inflation, unemployment rate, or balance of trade and budget, or something like that in the model. So it's similar to that simulation. Why it does not work? Okay. Okay, for system integration, normally we divide it into two: vertical integration and horizontal integration. So vertical, just imagine about the vertical line. It connects all the layers of organization together, and data flow freely from the shop floor to the top floor and back down again. That means, and for the horizontal, it just deal with the same the wall of within the supply chain. Let me explain you in the simplest term. Like for example, like in one bakery shop, for example, one customer order 100 strawberry cakes. Okay, if you look at the vertical integration, the customer asked to buy 100 cakes, like in like in one day. So that information will send to the kitchen. So the kitchen will know how many ingredients, how many kilos of strawberry, how many kilos of flour, and other ingredients that are needed in order to bake that 100 cakes. And then the kitchen will send the information to the ingredient supplier that they need this much amount of cake, this much amount of strawberry, this much amount of flour, and other ingredients. And then the ingredient supplier, raw material supplier, will buy that accordingly, and all the costs will send to the content. They will know how much money they pay for the supplier. This is we call vertical integration. So from one layer of one office to another let's say from Department A send information to Department B, C, D, just like vertical line. For horizontal, just in the same line, for example, same that in the kitchen we need to bake like 100 cake. So that in the kitchen, so the cook need to bake that 100 cake. So two assistant of cook need to clean strawberry, another 3 assistant need to make the flour, another need to bake the cake, and another need to decorate the cake. That's we call horizontal integration. You get what I mean? And if we look at like, if we look at like in terms of business, horizontal integration, like for example, one consulting company work for research in for environmental resources, another consulting company work for, let's say, e-commerce. So this, when these two consulting companies combine together, we call horizontal integration. For vertical integration, like for example, company A produce hardware for the computer, and also another company B produce the hardware software for the computer. So when these two companies combine together, we call vertical integration through the supply chain. You understand what I said?
Teacher, can you explain horizontal again?
Horizontal, just like in the same level of supply chains. Like I have mentioned, for example, if in the market or if in the manufacturing products, like when how can I say, when you want to assemble one laptop, there's many different parts, right, in one department. That department with to assemble the laptop. So if, for example, if the keys of laptop, if the demand for the laptop is like 100 laptop, but the keyboard for the laptop, the remaining one is only like, let's say, available for only 9 keyboard for the laptop. So meaning that there's 10 more laptop key laptop to go, right? So because of the use of the technology, the other people who responsible for the other part, we know that, okay, now today we can only produce 90 laptop because the key part 9, because we have only 90 keyboards of laptop. So meaning horizontal is like in the same supply chain, in the same department that you work together. Vertical is different department. Like the example they give for the cake, like you need to bake one cake working in the same kitchen, right? So some of you will need to clean the strawberry, some of you will need to make the flour, and some of you will need to bake the cake, and some of you may need to decorate the strawberry after the cake is baked or something like that. So this is in the horizontal, in the same world of the supply chain. Do you understand? Oh, because
so teacher, it is like the different parts of the production for the same supply chains, right, teacher?
yes, form the same supply chain, just form the same department. Let's say form the same department, no crossing the line.
I got confused with the vertical integration, teacher.
Vertical integration, like it's a core supply chain. If you look at, let's talk about the agriculture production. So supply chain, we will look at the farmer. It's the first one, right? And then the farmer we need to buy the, how can I say, the crop input, like fertilizer, like seed, right? And okay, so we have input supplier, we have farmer, and farmer need to sell that to the end consumer, or let's say to the food manufacturing. So these 3 set of supply chains, 3 types of supply chain. So if one company would like to somehow buy all these 3 together, like this company will buy the company, another company that provide input supply like seed and fertilizer, also somehow acquire the land in order to plant those seeds, use the fertilizer, and the company would like to take control of the market by selling those products. We call it vertical integration. Just like when Apple buys all the Google, if I'm not Google, I forget. Like one company buy another. For example, let me say like just example. Okay, I forget the name. So Apple produce iPhone, right? Technology, but Apple has don't produce the hardware for the phone. So if Apple would like to buy another company for using the hardware, we call it vertical integration. It is somehow across the supply chains. You get it? Still, I cannot hear you.
Yes, I got it.
How about the rest? Liu, you understand?
Yes, lecturer, I understand that.
Okay, just don't think it in complicated way. Just vertical integration, meaning that the data from one department is sent to another department across the supply chain. And horizontal, just the same in the same department. They're using the technology to send the data to tell one another that okay, this part is not enough in order to produce 10 laptops or something like that. Just like that. Don't complicate it yourself. It's just the way that they put system integration by the term of technology. Okay. Another thing is IoT. It's very simple that you will be easy understand. Like for example, you use the you have iPhone and Apple Watch, right? So these two connected to one another with the internet. So this is we call Internet of Things, the thing that connected to one another by the internet. Like for example, even you use your phone to control your TV. It's all we call Internet of Things. Understand? I think it's easy to understand because you all have that. So for cloud computing, where if you use a Google Drive and OneDrive, you will know what cloud computing. So cloud computing, you use it to let's say that it is a system that it can be access provided from anywhere using the internet. For example, nowadays I have 3 laptops. One laptop is at my workplace, 2 laptops is at home. So when I work, because I use OneDrive, I don't need to use USB in order to copy the work that I did in my workplace and put in my laptop. So I just have purchased OneDrive services. So all the work that I have done in one laptop in my office, when I come back home, I just open my own laptop at home, these 2 laptops, and access to OneDrive. I can download all the documents that I have done in the workplace. Have any of you experience using this one? Right? Okay? Understand? Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. Understand, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Normally, like last year, the most important part that the student cannot understand is system integration because normally it's beyond what we use nowadays, so it's a bit hard for you to understand. So additive manufacturing, let me check additive or additive because normally I pronounce additive. So additive manufacturing is just the term, but normally we call it 3D printing. Manufacturing. So you know, okay, additive, not additives. It's my bad. Additives. Thank you. I'm not sure who tell me, but additive, not additive. Additive manufacturing is 3D printing, and normally you know what is this for, right? It can use for various of in some country even use 3D printing for printing the liver, the heart, and also some country they use 3D printing to print all the parts of manufacturing product, and some you know even use it to print the cup or the plate. I believe you are quite familiar with this one. Another one is augmented reality. So augmented reality, like it's create the link between a human and a machine by putting a user in a different reality. For example, Google Glass. If you have the Google Glass, you will. I don't know whether you have it or not, but I don't have. But normally Google Glass, when you wear it, you can control. You can see in another place that you would like to see, as if you are in that place. So this is the Google Glass. You get that for the augmented reality.
Yes,
Hello. Okay. If you don't understand, if you still not get it, have you ever played Pokemon Go? Pokemon Go?
yes, sir.
Sam. Yeah. See. Yeah. Yep. So you know that what augmented. So actually Pokemon Go is one of the best example of augmented reality. As you may have known that it is maybe in 2016, right? That Pokemon Go, and yeah, it created a game that not only the technology but it's also employee movement, and yeah, you know, it seems like you are in another world. Another one is cyber security. So cyber security, if we define it like it's just a practice of defending our computer, mobile device, or network and data from cyber attack, cyber security. If you use the some kinds of system or yeah, the system in order to prevent any attack or any cybercrime or cybercrime is called cyber security, and it's in the digital economy. Cyber security is very important because everything is stored online, right? So if someone just change your password to log into can know your password to log in into your Gmail, Facebook, or TikTok account or any account, and then they send any email to harass someone, you will be in trouble. And cyber security, this is one part of the trouble that can happen to us as individuals. And you imagine if one country, our data of our country, like for example, our personal data are stored in Ministry of Interior. For example, if those data have stored in the cloud, and if someone can hack into this data and change the information, what will happen? That's the point that cybersecurity plays the most important role in digital economy. Okay, that's all for the introduction to this one. Now let's have some discussion. So among the 9 pillars that you have seen, what pillar do you think Cambodia have been using the most? Anyone volunteer to answer this question?
So for me, I think we use cloud computing the most here, because from where I work, we always use OneDrive. So we always store data in the cloud, and wherever we go, we can access the data easily as long as we have internet. And also, I saw some ministry also implement it as well too.
Excuse me, I cannot catch the last one.
It means I saw some ministry they try to implement the cloud computing as well.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Because now our government have tried to transform Cambodia into a digital economy. So some ministry like Ministry of Economy and Finance trying to use we have their data storage data center, like just like my workplace, because we are under the Ministry of Economy and Finance. We will have our data storage center as well. Yes. And in the next few sessions, you will study also about the importance of the data. And let me inform you that data is very important in digital economy. So in the past, data is called gold or mine or something like mineral, something that unrenewable resources like oil, gold are considered as the gold, right? They're very important, very valuable. But in the digital economy, you know what most important as gold is data. So data is very important in digital economy, because when you have data, for example, Facebook, you remember, like, I'm not sure, but years 2019 or 2018, that Facebook was sued because they used our data in order to they used our data without our, how can I say, consents in order to earn money, like because like they sell our data to some company, marketing company, e-commerce company, in order to know our preference and to, how can I say, so those company we use the data in order to target those who are in the target. You remember that term, right? That's because data is the goal. So like Facebook, Google, even Amazon, the e-commerce or the e-commerce platform, even Grab, Uber, Cash App. Those are not only using selling their products, but all the data that we input, like name, our age, plus that we go are all the valuable data that it can be used in order to sell, in order to provide more convenient service, or how can I say, expand their market. So here, what I would like to say is that be careful when you log into any website. Like if you, for example, if you would like to buy some product, they ask you whether you want to log in as a guest or log in account as the real user. For me personally, if I use it 1 or twice per year for that website, I will just log in as a guest because I don't want to provide my information to the platform. That's it. But I'm not sure about you, whether you have somehow feel like, okay, that's important, just the information, just give it to them. But for me, I think, well, if they ask the consent for us before they use our information, that's fine. But in some platform, they will not use it, just use our data for their own benefit. Anyone want to ask any question for that one? Or no?
Cha, I have question.
Yes, Sona?
Could you explain again about the simulation part?
Simulation, like they put you simulation, for example, let me find the example for simulation. I think I have prepared that. It's a simulation. Actually, it imitates the operation of the real world, the same itself. For example, like I have explained you about the disaster preparedness. For example, if in some country, in Japan or in Korea, in places that have a lot of earthquake, they will use simulation to prepare you for the disaster. They will put you out in one situation. After you were in the earthquake situation, what will you do? That's simulation. And another simulation, if we talk about the macroeconomics, like in one model, if you would like to know that if the employment rate decrease up to 1% or 2%, what will be the impact to the overall economy? This is simulation. It's just like they imitate the real environment for you in order to predict. You get it, Samna?
Cha, I found it confusing with augmented reality.
No. Augmented reality, like when it just put you in another world through your eyes, your own eye, the experience.
So one is the reality and one is another world.
Yeah. Okay. You are right. Not you are right. Your, how can I say, the question is good question. Augmented reality and simulation are different. People may confuse it the same, but in augmented reality, just like imagine you use Google Glass, you can see with your eye, right? You can control it, things like that. But in simulation, no. Simulation, how can I say? It's just like the if statement. Or what if? Okay, like what if the demand for the cake increased by 10%? What will be what will we need for the ingredient in order to bake that 10 cakes? Get it? Just like what if next year there will be inflation rate like 5%? What will happen to the economy? What will happen to the standard of living? But augmented reality is they use the another kinds of how can you say, like I have mentioned about the Pokemon Go. So in that augmented reality, you will feel like you are in another world, like experience the sense, everything just like in another world. Let me To put it another word, a magnet is used to virtually bring a digital object into the real life. You get it?
Yes,
Senang,
I
or
get
am
it.
I explaining it not that clear for you? If you ever play Pokemon Go, you will understand it. It's different from simulation. Simulation, no, it's very different. But if your question is augmented reality and virtual reality different or not, is another thing. So in augmented reality, for example, you have there's a new machine that, like, let's say the new car. So for augmented reality, you don't need to go yourself to use a new car, but they have device that, okay, for this car, you said, okay, this is the brake, this is the wheel, this is the mirror. So they will have the instruction on that, on the screen for you to, in order to practice driving the car. That we call it virtual reality. But for simulation, like, what happens if they have the model, like, if the car crash, what will happen to human being inside the car without the airbag? That's simulation. You all
I'm
understand that?
clear. I'm
See?
clearer now.
Yeah. So, okay. Who else would like to ask? Or you are clear with that? If my English not go to present, you can ask me to, to give explanation in Khmer, because some word is very hard to, to understand as well.
Oh, hello, teacher.
Yes.
I have one question related to big data. It's not actually in the slide. Like, I usually hear people say, like, big corporations, they collect our data and they sell our data to other third party. In a sense, does it mean that those big corporations literally sell our data for profit, or the sell here have different concept in meaning?
Big data, you mean, yeah, normally big corporation, they have more ability to collect the data, meaning like big data, like Amazon, because it's big, right? So they have a lot of customer, so they can collect. As you may have used that Amazon product, you put the name or the date of birth, your email address, blah blah blah, and this is what Amazon has collected as the data. So normally, if we can say quite it, I will not say that all the big corporate will sell the big data, but we said that those who can have more, I would say big data is collected by different kinds of source. So those who can have power to collect those kinds of data from those source are the one who acquire big data. Do I answer your question, David?
Teacher, I want to add that when people say, like, some people say that those corporations sell our data, like, how do they sell our data?
Okay, cool. Okay, I understand. How do we sell our data? David, have you ever register the information on one website? Let's say Facebook. What did we do in order to create account on Facebook? Do we have email address, right? I forget because I edited for such a long time. Okay, for one, like, let's say on one e-commerce platform, like how can I say, in Yam24, you guys may have used it. Okay, Yam24, I will not say they sell our data. Okay, I will just say that they will like Yam24 or Grab. If you use Grab, you will input the information, your name, place of birth, even sometimes of you some or email address. This is one part of data. And another data that you may have forgot is when you use Grab to go somewhere every day. This is also the data. So Grab will know that, okay, this customer will move to this side, another side. They know a lot about our movement. So because of that, they can predict that, okay, like most of their customer will be located in, let's say, in Togo. So they made their Grab services. They will tell the driver that, okay, the most the more place that our customer located is in Google. So you guys should be aware around that so that you can get more customer. This is one thing that for Grab. If you look at Facebook, you may have, okay, I just give them the my email or phone number, and that. But but remember, on Facebook, you may prefer to click on something that you like, right? So this is for your movement that you click on that, the thing that you put as a preference, what kinds of ad you would like to see of something like this. For example, like for me on Facebook, I may like interested in the website or the shop that's selling a cosmetic product or the fashion. So I will click on the like on those pages, and this is what Facebook will capture other data as well by my preference. So when one shop would like to fashion shop would like to launch the product on Facebook, they will buy the data from Facebook. Okay, how many customers that have preference for fashion and skincare? So they will use those data in order to how can boost the page in order to get to make their advertisement reach us. Have you ever wondered why you have never clicked on Facebook? You have never clicked on let's say website A or shop A, but one day it just pop out into your Facebook, like they put sponsor, right? This is what the Facebook use as their marketing in order to get the money from the shop. You get it, David? Huh? Hello?
Yes.
Did I answer your question? Yep. So sometimes think that you don't think that it is not the data for us, but it is data for someone else. Even on your birthday is also the data. For example, if one shop would like to sell the skincare for young lady age from 25 down, below 25, so they will go to the Facebook and ask, okay, you give me the data for those for female and below 25 because I would like to boost my advertisement in order to reach the scope of people. Okay, Liho, I saw you have raised your hand, right?
Yeah, thank you. Since you mentioned about the data in the Facebook and stuff like that, but I was kind of questions for a long time, but I think I just do a quick research about it, about the if we go to any website and then it show that use my cookie or something. So the cooking here mean that I just goes through the meaning but not really fully understand about it. So it said that it used to remember maybe our sign in on something, and then it will remember our register, and then or maybe our preference on this website. So is it different, or is it the same as the data you mentioned about the Facebook things?
Yep. Some I would like said yep, because cookie normally is the way that the website use in order to remember you, your preference and your habit online. So it's the part of the data as well. That's why in some website they have like, do you accept the cookie? Allow the cookie? Some yes or no, but some website they put accept the cookie with some condition that you can choose. Okay, which information that you allow this to remember or not to remember. Do I answer your question, Diho?
Yes. Thank you.
Yep. So that's that. This is also the question that happened in the final exam. I asked about the data, why people in digital economy data is cool. Because with data, people can use everything. This is the reason why, one of the reasons that Facebook get rich. Because they use the data. You know, I'm not sure about now, but what my friend she have the online marketing on e-commerce on Facebook. Sometimes you need to spend one day, some cases, some days she needs to spend like 150 US in order to boost her page on Facebook to reach all the customer. This is the way that Facebook use our data to earn money, because like for example, she would like to boost her page to reach the 8 people who is under 30 years old, so you need to click on that. So Facebook will use data they have in order to direct those advertisements to the scope of people. See, so that I have mentioned before, sometimes you said that this may not be the data, but can be the data for them. Okay, any more questions? If not, okay, let's continue to our discussion again. Okay, can you see the slide, right? Yes? Okay, number 2, among the 9 pillars in IE410, which pillar do you think play the most important role in digital economy development in Cambodia? Why? In our context, maybe augmented reality may not be the one that most suitable for digital economy development because our manufacturing is not that modern. But some kinds of pillars, some type of pillars, was like cloud computing may play the most important role. What do you think about that? Anyone want to answer that?
Yeah, I think Internet of Things.
Yep. Why?
Because digital economies is about digital and mostly the internet connection in the country is still limited. As in people in the city, it's really easy, but for the people living in the province, especially rural area, which account for the majority of Cambodian people, they have really low knowledge on what internet is, and they don't really have access to the internet. So it's really good if we can improve Internet of Things and take that into consideration to improve digital economy, teacher.
Yeah, thank you, Ming. Good. How about the rest? Let me call the name. So
sure, can I clarify? Digital economy is referred to like internet banking or something like that, sure.
Yeah, internet banking, financial technology, anything. Because in digital economy, refer to any activity, both economic and social activity that use the internet or digital technology.
Okay, sure. For me, I think cybersecurity is also important, sure. So people, when I think for digital economy, if we have weak cybersecurity, people will not trust it. So even if you have Internet of Things all over the country, without the trust, people will not use it, and they will withdraw money from the bank because they are scared that some criminal might steal their money or hack the bank or something.
Yep.
So I think it is trust for me, cybersecurity. Too.
Yep, good. Yep. Add to what Udom? Udom? Okay, sorry. Udom said the government, our government have drafted cybersecurity law. It take long time. Now, if I'm not mistaken, they are in the draft state only. I'm not sure when will the cybersecurity law in Cambodia can be endorsed. But as Udom have said, cybersecurity is very, how can I say, very important. In some, I'm not sure because I'm a fan of some online products, online sell. So if you guys, especially female students, if you watch some of the lives that they show on the live, their fashion or skincare, something like that, if you post their how can I say, the bank account, right, on that, in some cases, some people can create the bank account with a similar name to the shop owner and contact the one who in Khmer in order to transfer the money to that account. The name is very, very, how can I say, if the customer, those that didn't pay attention much, they will not confuse, they will not misunderstand that those are the account number of the shop owner, but it should be not. So this is one part of the cybersecurity that people can easily create the account with the similar name of another. But if you think again, how can they create that? Because in the bank, when we go to the bank, we need our identity card, our all information. But how come those people can create the name is nearly exactly the same of another person? You get it? So this is the problem of trust in the market. So without trust, without cybersecurity, like Udom have mentioned, all the activity for in the digital economy, we cannot how can I say, cannot work or develop it. You will not have ABA, right? If you send amount like $10 to your friend and it sent out into $100 to another one, to someone else. That's very important. Okay, thank you, Adam, for raising your point. Anyone want to try? Hello, anyone would like to ask?
Hello, like personally for me, I think the things that is important for Cambodia development is system integration, because once everything is advanced, even every sector in Cambodia, even in the ministry as well as the private sector, have to integrate the system in order to work as one, or like to share the data and information. So I think the system integration will play a very crucial part in terms of the development for Cambodia for the digital economy. Yes, that's.
Thank you, Daria. Anyone else would like to contribute? Sepet, you want to say something?
No.
Okay. How about Morgan?
Yes, like I think I have similar idea to the previous classmate about cyber security as well as system integration, because we still have more digital economy to develop in future. So we should base on the important thing like the cyber prevention from crime or protect the data, so that we could be more stable in this term and we could develop more to advance.
Thank you, Morgan. Okay, now I think I may need to present to another one for digital economy because we are running out of time. Let me share the slide again. Okay, everyone, can you see the slide? I have got one with the old.
Yes, like.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Udom has mentioned about digital economy, and digital economy is the part of industry revolution. Let's say that it's a product of industry revolution 4.0. So this is the contents. We start with digital economy, component of digital economy, sim of digital economy, traditional digital economy versus digital economy, and pros and cons of digital economy. Let me try to play it again. I'm not sure why it does not work on the sound, but okay. Can you hear the sound? Can you hear it?
No.
My God. Okay, let me share it to you. Okay.
And the slide again, literal, and then click on the audio, and so that we can hear the sound.
Again, please.
You can reshare the slide again and click on the audio on.
Share the slide. Let me share the slide. I really put it on, but I'm not sure. Okay, maybe. Audio here you refer to.
When you reshare the slide, literally, so and then it loads, and then you will see the audio.
Okay, let me share the slide again. Normally, okay. Okay, where I cannot see it. This is view control. Audio.
I mean the audio when you share the slide and then it loads on the screen, and then you click on share.
Let me do it again. Okay, share the content, right? This one, isn't it?
Yes. And then you can search for the audio on that screen.
Audio, let me share. Mm, It's only that. Oh, this one. Computer sound?
Yes,
Let me,
yes.
yeah, okay. Thank. Let me, okay.
Alice lives in
Can you hear now? Yes?
Yes, sir. Can hear.
Okay.
Yes,
Enjoy.
teacher.
Alice lives in Asia. She's surfing the internet and an ad pops up about the electronic version of a book that she's wanted to buy for a long time but hasn't been able to find in local bookstores. She could buy it online and have it shipped from across the ocean to her doorstep in a matter of days or even overnight. But Alice wants to read it right away, so she buys the ebook using a digital wallet service. With just a few touches, Alice is reading something that isn't even being sold where she lives. If you stop and think about it, this is remarkable. Welcome to the digital economy. Since the late 20th century, trade has been a massive endeavor. Goods are transported in bulk across borders every day in steel boxes. A lot of the work done in APEC is focused on this traditional kind of trade, reducing tariffs and other border barriers that restrict the flow of commodities and goods, which drives economic growth, raising employment and standards of living. But there are other developments that affect trade, such as new technology. The internet has started to carve a space for itself in the realm of global trade. APEC members are working together to facilitate the digital economy through economic policy. They're setting rules, protocols, standards, and procedures. But is the digital economy that different from the so-called traditional economy? If we compare buying a book from a brick-and-mortar store with the act of downloading an ebook, we see examples of how digital innovation has affected trade flows, particularly for trade in goods. Digital innovation spurs the creation of new kinds of services. What used to be traded in physical formats can now be downloaded. A simple website or an app can facilitate cross-border exchanges of goods, services, money, data, and even people. Transactions are not limited to large corporations that deal in large volumes, because the internet has enabled cross-border trade to be practical in much smaller scales, such as individual purchases. The digital economy poses many challenges to policymakers. They must deal with questions of jurisdiction, taxation, piracy, not to mention loss of privacy, or the potential disruption of certain industries because of automation or outsourcing. They'll have to prepare for technologies like blockchain and AI that are poised to disrupt more industries in the future. Technology is an industry that moves fast and is unpredictable. But one thing is clear. APEC intends to take full advantage of the internet and digital economy to bring about truly inclusive growth in the region. APEC is an ideal platform to facilitate cross-border cooperation among economies and consultation with technologists and business people around the globe to create a process of policymaking that is both business-friendly and responsive to the needs of consumers. Married with the right policies, digital technology can make broad-based growth, productivity, and innovation possible for businesses of all sizes and all sectors. And more importantly, raise the living standards of everyone. Learn more about us. Visit www.apec.org and follow us on social media.
Sorry, I forgot to unmute myself. Okay. Um, okay, you may have finished watching the digital economy, and you may have already have some grab some what does it mean for digital economy. So digital economy, its definition are defined differently from one country to another country, and this term is coined by Don Tapscott in 1995. And if we look at broadly, digital economy can be defined as the economic and social activities that involving the production and the use of digital technology by individuals and businesses and the government. And aside from the name of the term digital economy, you may find that it's an alternative name as well. For digital economy, it's internet economy, new economy, or web economy. So there's one technology in digital economy, blockchain technology. You may have one lecture talking about the blockchain technology, data analytics, artificial intelligence, or we call it AI, 3D printing, Internet of Things, automation and robotics, and cloud computing. And what digital economy is not. So this digital economy is not about only moving business like a transaction from face to face to online. It's not about only that you sell. Last time you sell in the past you sell clothes or skincare in the physical shop, but now you move it online. We call it digital economy. Digital economy, like you transform many facets of business interaction, transaction, and also enabling economic innovation. That's called digital economy. All related activity are transformed into by using innovation and technology. It's digital economy. Okay. Let's move to another slide. So, because you may have known that in Cambodia we use Cambodia digital economy in society policy framework for 2021 to 2035. So the definition in this framework, definition of digital economy in Cambodia, like in the broad sense, it defines digital economy as the economic, social, and cultural communication system that rely on the use of ICT and digital system. But in the narrow sense, digital economy is a market that relies on digital technology to facilitate and the exchange of the goods and products through e-commerce, or in other words, the use of digital technologies based on the internet in the production, process, and exchange of goods and products. So, if you look at the technology, we know that technology adoption is fast. So it takes like 8,000 years in order to have agricultural revolution. Industrial revolution, it takes 100 years. A light bulb, invention of a light bulb, it takes 90 years. And the internet, it takes 20 years. But if you look at the down part, Microsoft created in 1975, and then 1996, there's Apple. Internet was established in 1993, Amazon and Yahoo in 1994, Google 98, Alibaba, you know Alibaba, right? 99, Tesla 2003, Facebook 2004, Airbnb, Uber, Instagram, Telegram, Ethereum, and Metaverse. See, this one, how many years it takes? If compared with this one, it's maybe this is too much. Maybe this one, Industrial Revolution, it takes up to 120 years. But here, how many years now? Let's be calculate it. 2021. 21 minus okay, it takes only 46 years in order for those companies to have in the market before, because this one part is because of technology adoption. Okay, let's move to another one. Test in the market. If you know that unicorn, tech company become unicorn quicker. It takes like normal company 20 years in order to earn 1 million US to have the valuation of $1 million. Google 8 years, Facebook 6 years, Cloudera, Tesla, maybe average unicorn like 4 or 5, 6 years, but Xiaomi only take 2 years, Airbnb only 3 years. So tech company normally is the one who become the unicorn in the market so fast, meaning they can earn a lot. Now let's see what happened on the internet per minute. For Facebook, we see that there's 1.3 million login. For YouTube, 4.7 million video view. Google or App Store, like 40 or 400K. I have downloaded. What else? Yeah, Netflix. If Netflix, just like 764K hours watch. So this is just happened within 60 seconds. Now let's look at Blockbuster and Netflix. You all know Netflix, like, but Blockbuster, you may not know that Blockbuster is kind of entertainment as well. But it use VCR machine order for us in order to watch the movie or the watch the movie. So Blockbuster was created, if I'm not mistaken, founded in 1985, but Netflix is founded in 1979. But Netflix adapt so far to adapt digital technology. That's the one reason that it tried Blockbuster to become bankruptcy in 2010. So in order to watch a movie for the Blockbuster, you need to go to store visit to the store. But for Netflix, yeah, you can install access from anywhere, not even from home. If you have your phone, you can watch your favorite your favorite film on your phone from your workplace when you in the break time. Um, and sorry, if you okay, sorry, and for Blockbuster you have no color, no catalog, no recommendation. But if you go to Netflix, you will see that recommendation movie that you would like to watch, right? So it's very different. That's why Blockbuster go back up. Okay, if we compare the traditional economy and digital economy, if I'm not sure whether you have born to catch the era of Yellow Pages. That time Yellow Pages is the books that provide all the contact information. For example, if you would like to see the contact number, phone number for Ministry of Economy and Finance, you need to go to that, like the dictionary, you know, you go to, okay, Ministry of Economy and Finance, and then you see that. But for now, it's they have Ministry of Economy and Finance, Ministry of Commerce, they have their own website. You just go there and you see the contact. That's right? Okay. If you buy in the past for making the payment, you pay in check, right? But now we can have PayPal, we have internet banking. For the reputation and customer feedback, in the past, word of mouth. Like for example, if I don't like this product, I will tell my sister, okay, it's not the product, it's not good. But it's very hard for me to tell someone that I don't know, because I don't know them, I don't meet them, right? But now, well, you can get their product on the website, or you can even comment it on their webpage. That's so simple, right? Okay. Now let's move to the component of a digital economy. So there are three components of digital economy. One is e-business. Second one is e-business infrastructure. The third one is e-commerce. So for the e-business, how business is about how business is conducted. Any process that an organization conduct over computer mediated network, or it's about harnessing the internet to provide real-time collaboration between customers, suppliers, and other partners. For e-business infrastructure, it refers to the total economic infrastructure that used to support e-business and conduct e-commerce business, like hardware, like laptop, smartphone, software. You have the app, telecom, network, human capital. Like human capital refers to those like the programmer who need to write the code, those who know how to produce the app in Android or in Apple. For e-commerce, you may know how understand e-commerce so well. So e-commerce is the sale or purchase of goods or service conducted over the computer network, or maybe on phone as well. So the payment and automatic delivery of goods or service do not have to be conducted online. I mean, it depends. But like for example, if you order one product from one e-commerce website, you may don't want to use your ABA Pay in order to, or you don't want to give them the Visa card number. So you can ask them to deliver the product for you, and then you pay it on cash. Okay, for e-commerce, there are three models. One is business to business, business to consumer, and consumer to consumer. But in another term, some you may know B2B, B2C, and C2C. Business to business meaning that, like for example, I am the one who sell the one who put the, okay, it's not Italian, wholesale the baby product. So I will buy the product wholesale, another wholesale baby product from Thailand, and And I said this one my product that I bought from Thailand to another e-commerce shop or another shop. That's called B2B, business to business. Business to consumer meaning, for example, I buy the baby products from Thailand and then I come sell it to the individual customer like Mr. A, Mr. B, Mr. C. This is for business to business. Consumer to consumer is quite easy to understand if you use press market in Facebook. Like I buy one dress, but I don't feel like I like it after I bought it. So I take a photo, I put on marketplace, someone will come to buy it. It's consumer to consumer. You understand for this point? Okay, let's be quick. You want this one to continue for this session or finish this session? This one is 8:30 already.
Next session, teacher.
Next session,
yeah.
teacher.
Next
Teacher,
session.
it's a bit far. Maybe next section, teacher.
Okay. Okay. Thank you all. Because it's the first session, maybe yep, we spend a lot of time, but okay. See more slide. Can we finish it today? And if you have any question, you can ask later. Okay? Because I don't want in the next session you may forget. Just be quick. So first theme of digital economy is all about knowledge. Knowledge here in the past it's about labor, who had the physical labor will live well in the traditional economy, but today economy is depend on knowledge. Another one is digitalization. Everything has to be digitized. Like for example, in the past, you write a letter, you go to post office, and that letter the people over there will deliver your letter. But nowadays you can use email. Digitalization. Virtualization, just like everything become virtual. You have virtual meeting, online meeting, study online, just like that. It's everything visualization. And molecularization is so simple. You don't need to confuse yourself. Like every individual in one workplace is the unit of business. Each unit is the unit of value. Like in the class, among you 27 students, 37 students, each of you is the unit of the value. We call it molecular. For the integration, as is or we call it another term is internetworking. It's the combination of the molecular organization, meaning that each of you work together in order to create one value. Like in the workplace, each employee have their own value, and both of them, when they work together, they create another value. For the business, this intermediation, simple. It's just like we don't need middleman anymore. Like for example, in the past, farmer need to sell their crops, their agriculture output to the middleman, and middleman will sell it to the customer. But nowadays we have some websites, some how can I say platform that the farmer can just take the photo of their product put it on the platform, and customer can buy it directly. So they don't need any middleman in between. With this, it will somehow reduce the price of the customer that you pay for the product, and farmer also get more price, right? Because they don't need to sell it to the middleman. Okay, sorry. So another one is convergence. Convergence is also simple. You don't need to say capacity, content, communication, and also technology. Like for example, remember in the past, I'm not sure whether you was born to catch up that era, that in order to watch a video, we need to go to the store and buy the cassette. Yep, and then come back home, put in video. But nowadays, like Netflix, the content refer to the video, refer to the music that they created, and they have the communication or media like Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube, and by using the technology, so that this one is convergent. That's why Spotify, Netflix, or YouTube are those the company that can earn a lot because they use conversion. They combine those three together. Another one is innovation. It's easy. Business will die if they don't innovate it, like Blockbuster and Netflix, like Nokia and Apple. Another one is consumption. Consumption is like easy to understand. If consumer is no longer a consumer, like I have mentioned before that in the past, if you don't like one shop, you just tell your sister, your sibling, that, okay, you don't like that one because like the restaurant they don't have their beef, the steak is not good. But nowadays, because of the social media, you have Facebook, you have website. Okay, if you don't like that restaurant A, the steak is not good, so you give the recommendation, you criticize, so the shop, the restaurant will use this as the feedback and somehow improve their beef, improve their ingredient to use a better steak. That we call consumption. Meaning that consumer is not only the consumer. Consumer also have the influence to the producer, to the company in order to change their products or services. Okay. Immediacy is just in time. You mean that, for example, if you order the product now, it will just come back. It just come really fast. And globalization, as you know, is one country connect to another country because of internet, because of technology. Another one is about discordant. It's so simple. Discordant here refer to that because nowadays we company depends on the worker who has knowledgeable, right? So that unlike in the past, the employee feel like they have more power because they have knowledge. Because nowadays they use knowledge, not the labor anymore. So if it is like dangerous for some company to somehow to disrespect their employee, because nowadays employee can move around to other place that can give their more salary, their profit. That is simple, and because of that, the director or employer need to take care of good care of employee, or if not, there may be some conflict as well in the company. Pros and cons of digital economy. Pros is that we have greater information choice. We can sell time, like we all have said. You don't need to wait for the book to come. You just download by the ebook from Amazon. You use cost for business, like in the past. Some shop need to have the physical store. Yep, but now some don't have the physical store. They just have their web page to sell the product. Greater personalization. Flexibility at work or studying, like we study online now, teaching online now. Okay. For cons, yeah, it may be for the monopoly power of the giant. Remember before, if you remember about Pass app and Grab. Before Grab come, Pass app is the local company, right? Basically somewhere. But when Grab come, Grab almost take all over the customer of Pass app. That's the monopoly. Less community for sure, because we are all addicted to technology. Even we sit together, some of us, most of the time, we use the phone. Privacy issue. Some of us may somehow would like to post on Facebook all the time by this and that without caring about the privacy issue. That's the point. Disruption of the traditional economy and jobs. Like in the past, people can work by using labor, but now in some countries, because of the autonomous robotic, some people lose their job. And that's all for today's session. I know you guys are hungry. If you have any question, you can ask. But if you would like to keep until next session, that's fine for me.
Teacher, could you send the slide?
I have already uploaded in the team.
Thank you, teacher.
Yep. Sorry, it's my bad. I didn't inform you. You go to that, and then you will see the file. I will always upload it like one day or like a few hours before the class. Depend on my availability. But you can go. But if you prefer me to post it, to send it on Telegram, I can do it for you. Which one you prefer? But for me, I can do both, because at the end of semester, you can go to the Microsoft Team and see all the files. Okay, any
excuse me, like
yep.
when I go into the file and into the folder of class material,
No,
I
no,
didn't see.
no, not in the class material. I upload in week 1. You go to the file. Let's see. Can you see that?
Teacher, there is only one channel, general channel. There is no week 1 channel, teacher.
Wait, file. You go to the file.
Click on document, you will see week 1. Click on document, you will see week 1.
Yeah, document, you will see week 1. Yeah, document, week 1. Can you see that? Hello?
Yes, Cha.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, any more questions? If you don't want to ask now, you can post me my private message, that's fine, or you can keep the question until next week. And I will send you the reading material for group number 1 and number 2. So group number 1 and number 2, please prepare the slide. You don't need to do the fancy slide, just simple slide that summarize what you have read and understand. You get it. Dalia, please prepare the group for 6 people. Let's say 6 group, 1 group, 6 people. By tomorrow, can you do that? Hello? Dalia? You all, can you hear me?
By tonight.
Yep. Okay, then yes, Dalia?
Yes, I will send group to you by tonight.
By Gmail, right? Or what? Wait. Can you drop in the Telegram?
She sent by tonight, teacher.
Oh, tonight. Oh, sorry. I thought you said by Gmail. Sorry. Okay, my ear. Okay. Thank you very much, all for your class participation today. I really appreciate it. Compared to last year, you guys very active. I'm so glad. Okay. See you next week.
Goodbye, teacher.
Have a nice dinner. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Cha.
Goodbye, Lake.
Good night, Lake.